And can you give us a brief overview in terms of what came out of the court case this morning?
Well, certainly the four suspects have appeared here at Alexandra Magistrate Court where they are facing charges of murder. We know that they were arrested over the past 2 days with the help of Alexandra community members. Now, the four suspects did make a short and a very brief appearance here in court. In fact, that appearance didn't even last for 2 minutes, Elvis. Basically, what the magistrate did, or the state did, is that they asked for the case to be postponed to the 4th of May so that these four youngsters could apply for bail. But Elvis, what I've got to say is that just by looking at them, they seem very young, between the ages of 18 and 20. And really, it was really a sad moment when they walked into court for family members when they saw these four suspects. And at the same time, the ironic thing that happened here is that as they were walking out of court, they seemed to be giggling and smiling. So certainly the family members are very upset. They are calling for no bail for the four suspects. Community members here as well from the Alex community are also saying that they should not be given bail, saying that if they do, they'll face the wrath of the community. So certainly we're expecting this matter to resume again on the 4th of May.
Outside the court, was there a lot of community members present?
Certainly, Elvis, there were a lot of community members holding protests here. We also saw different political parties from the ANC to the EFF also holding staging protests here outside court. And their message is clear that they are saying that these suspects should not be given bail and that they should receive the harshest sentence for this merciless killing that has really left this community in a state of shock and in disbelief. We also saw the Gauteng Premier making his way here into court, as well as the Director of Public Prosecutions, Mngqolisini. They were among the people who were seated inside court. And afterwards, they held a short press briefing with the media. And what they did say really is that they are going to take to make sure that this case is prosecuted well. There are dedicated teams that have been put in place to ensure that all xenophobic-related attacks and incidents will be given priority. That's what Premier David Makhura said, saying that this is unacceptable and that it should be condemned in the strongest sense. He's also called on community members themselves to also take a part to fight xenophobia, as well as the media to assist in spreading that message. And the Director of Public Prosecutions, Mngqolisini, said that they will give it priority as well, saying that they've appointed the most senior advocates to look over the matter. So he's giving us an assurance that this case is not just going to be treated as lightly, but it will be given the utmost attention and the seriousness that it deserves, so that a strong message is sent out to the communities or the perpetrators of this sort of violence.
Now, we understand that Sithole is from Mozambique. Was his family also present in court today?
Certainly, Elvis, they were there in court, seated at the back seat of the court, and throughout proceedings, we saw some of them, crying and weeping, especially when they saw these four suspects walking. So it was very emotional for them to see these suspects for the first time here in court. And certainly, we did manage to speak to them afterwards just to get a sense of how they felt. And they do say to us that, while they feel sorry for the fact that these suspects look very young, but at the same time, they killed a man, they killed their brother, they killed one of them, saying that this victim has left 3 children who are under the age of 5 back home in Mozambique, and so they should be given the harshest of sentences, and that really the South African government this time around needs to show how serious it is in dealing with such incidents.
Now, the case has been postponed, so the 4 suspects, will they be in custody, police custody?
Certainly, Elvis, they are being remanded or kept behind bars at this stage. They will only make their bail application on the 4th of May, which means then they'll remain behind bars until that particular date. We do know at this stage that they will be represented by the Legal Aid Board, which is going to make that bail application on their behalf. But certainly, the NPA at this stage has already indicated that it will oppose that bail, saying that what they did needs to be really shown in its serious sense.
Manqoba, thank you so much for your time. That was our SABC News reporter, Manqoba Mchunu, coming to us live from the Alexandra Magistrate Court.